It's WWF Capital Carnage, and of course, it's gonna be emotional! Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this, another episode of 1998. Was it great? It's December, so naturally I'm full of a cold and can't speak properly, but I'm still going to try and get through this vid. If I have a coughing fit or something like that, there'll be a jump cut or something like that. Anyway, fuck that! Fuck that in its big ass. Night after the Survivor Series, The Rock got a really good promo, and he's never forgotten the Die Rocky Die chants. All that jazz. Stone Cold Steve Austin interrupted, reminding everyone that remember the little note that he put into into Vince McMahon's top pocket that Shane McMahon had signed, bringing his new contract. Well, it got him a guaranteed title shot. But Vince was like, no. I gave you a title shot at Survivor Series. So Austin says, well, I've consulted a lawyer. Check this guy on fucking Mills Lane, who I only know as the referee from Celebrity Deathmatch. Rules that he's right. It's one of those. This is one of the great things about doing a series like this, is that if you go back and watch the Raws between the pay-per-views, you see things you'd completely forgotten about. That was great. Anyway, we're live at the London Arena in, say, London, maybe. There are 10,441 British fans on hand. 100,000 people bought this show, believe it or not. Can you believe that shit? That's how hot the WWF were over here in the late 90s. Dark match, get this one out. Droz defeating Mosh. Fuck's sake. Oh, God, you missed that one. So, because I'm ill and because standing up makes me go dizzy, I'm going to try and get through this one as fast as possible, which means that you're looking at another half an hour of it. In our opening contest, Gangrel defeating Al Snow in a pretty poor match. This is classic Attitude Era at its finest new. Both men's entrance musics get a big pop. You can't deny Gangrel's music is fantastic, and everyone knows that. What does everybody want? Everyone's going to go, hey. As soon as the bell goes, silence. We got a nice leap. Al tries a leapfrog, right? And as Gangrel ducks under, he doesn't quite duck under. He just ducks under, he ducks his head down just enough to avoid going headfirst into Al Snow's testicles. He recovers. We get a perfect wheelbarrow German suplex. Gangrel gets a DDT for 2. A Northern Lights suplex gets 2 for Snow, but the Brood appear for the distraction. Snow misses a poor looking moonsault, so Gangrel can get 2 off the suplex. A tornado DDT by Al. He uses a head, but Edge then hits a missile dropkick, so Gangrel can get the win. The match is as passable as you can guess, I suppose. The crowd were interested, and the finish was crap. In the back, Mankind cuts a funny promo complete with a lot of British references. You know, there's a lot of them in there. And you sat there, I think the OSW guy said this. Instead, can I just go back? Right, just look at everything. This is one of the first shows that I've reviewed that the OSW boys have already done. I deliberately haven't. I've watched their video once, knowing that this was coming up, and that when they first dropped, I watched it. Haven't seen it since, and it's one of those. Oh, I really want to watch that, but I don't want my opinions to be clouded by theirs, if that makes sense. Yeah, they mentioned that it's one of those, look, this show is for British people and British people only. So Mick Foley doesn't need to throw in these British references because it's just pointless. Next, the Headbangers defeating LOD 2000 in a piss poor match. So this is at a time where, this is a few weeks back, Droz had chased Hawk up the Titantron. Because I think Droz was revealed to be Hawk's pusher, because Hawk's going through the drug addict angle. And basically, he pushed him off the Titantron. Yep, that's another one of those ones that's forgotten about. It's not forgotten about per se, it's one of those, people remember it because it's so terrible, you know? And it's just one of those, Attitude Era. It's one of those, you know, bring back the Attitude Era. What, so we can watch someone trying to commit suicide by jumping off the Titantron? I'll pass if that's alright. Anyway, match starts off and the crowd chant, "We want Hawk," which is good for them, but it's the only noise in this match. Droz's power slam is the best thing in this 3-minute long match. He plays Road Warrior in peril until he can tag Animal in. He gets a power slam of his own. Droz pushes Animal out of the ring, but then gets rolled up for the win. Hooray! No noise, nothing to the match, no reason to care. But then Droz and Animal brawl, and the place goes bonkers. And that's an odd thing to happen, isn't it? Better than this than getting the pin like it was at Survivor Series is one of the best things I can say about this one. Crowd are weird. They're so strange. It's, again, big pop for, oh, what a rush. Oh, that really hurts. Oh. But yeah, the rest of the match meets with silence, apart from we want Hawk. Hawk's not here. Unlucky, boys. Yeah, and that's that. X. We get a clip from Raw. This is one of the ones that I really do remember. Of Austin attacked The Undertaker with a goddamn shovel. And you start going, that's a bit much. So we got a clip of that. And then we got a clip of Austin pushing Paul Bearer into a manhole, which was also good. There was a nice little touch here, as both Jim Ross said, we want to show you what happened on Friday night. And on the video package, it said, this happened on Friday night. Raw used to air over here. For those who don't know, for newer fans, Raw used to air on a Friday night over here in the UK. So that was a really nice little touch. Really like that. Val Venis defeating Goldust in another rubbish match. Terry was pregnant, but Val isn't a dad. So she tries to get back with Goldust, who is none of it. Neither man want Terry, so why in the name of Satan's sweaty anus are these two having a match? Is it a case of, like, the loser gets Terry? I don't know. Again, big pop for Val, and it's, do I have to do it? Hello, oh Christ. Hello, ladies. He does that, and you know, that's great. But then when the match, as soon as the bell goes, silenced again. King questions if we Brits know what a Jezebel is. Fuck you, King. You're using our language. Of course we fucking do. Fisherman, excuse me a second. That's been in the fridge overnight. Damn, that's cold. Damn, that feels nice. Fisherman suplex by Val is nice, but there is literally nothing to this one. The crowd don't care until Goldust lands on Val's balls, and of course you would pop for that, wouldn't you? Ref blocks Shattered Dreams, then Val rolls him up to yet another bullshit finish and another poor match. Goldust attacks Val immediately to get his heat back, hitting the Shattered Dreams on Val. And you're going, I paid for this on box office, and then I paid for it again for the DVD. Fuck is wrong with me? Vince McMahon spoke at Oxford University. That's quite an achievement. That's actually, it's one of those, that's not to me sniffed, that's actually quite good. And out he comes, complete with Patterson, Briscoe, and Shane. We get promos from each man. My friend Danny Ace, who's watching this with me, cracks up every single time Gerald Briscoe says, Mr. McMahon. And then we get a brilliant promo from Patterson, who says that the main event's changed. Instead of The Rock facing Hunter Hearst Helmsley, instead he's going, Helmsley will now face White with Jeff Jarrett, while The Rock will face X-Pac. Vince McMahon sups on a cup of tea while the others talk. That is golden. Shane rips on Vinnie Jones, implying that he's gay. And then Vince tells us, after a long promo, he tells us that our next Prime Minister will be of Pakistani extraction. I thank you very much. And you start going, I don't know why you're saying that. That's very weird. Very strange. It's one, in fact, I've written on my notes, less said the better, eh? Entire segment took 10 minutes. And then it's just one of those, why did they only ever sing Tiger Ali Singh on the European tours? If we go back and watch No Mercy, the UK one from next thing, which I'm probably going to have to do again as part of my 99 series again, aren't I? Fuck's sake. But yeah, Tiger Ali Singh's there. This guy isn't on Raw that regularly. And yeah, I don't think he's going to appear at Rock Bottom in a few weeks' time. Anyway, Tiger has Iron Sheik's old music. He doesn't have Babu with him. It's a bit strange. Cuts a promo before. This is weird. This is very strange. He dedicates the match to his Indian forefathers and then gets some heat by saying that his Indian forefathers were crushed by the British Empire. Now, you've got to think to yourself, I'm big on my history, so it's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. One little thing, and that's that this crushing that you're talking about took place in the 17th century. It's not my fault. I'm sat in the audience because I want to watch some wrestling. Don't chastise me about something that's nothing to do with me, you weird person. Singh gets nothing. This is all Edge until... Sorry, he gets a missile dropkick, goes up top for a crossbody, which Tiger counters into a power slam with the feet on the ropes that gets the win. In 2 minutes, 51 seconds. And naturally, like every other match they show, Edge batters Tiger like the jobber that he is after the bell, getting all of his heat back. In what is probably the most famous part of this show, Vinnie Jones comes out, former Wimbledon player turned actor Vinnie Jones comes out, talks to Michael Cole. Oh my God, this is so bad. I mean, first things first, it seems like Vinnie Jones has forgotten his lines. So if you look closer, you can see Michael Cole leaning in and having to tell him what to say after every question. So Jones says he's going to KO Vince. Cole asks if he's afraid to mix it up with a wrestler, and Jones shouts. He doesn't just calmly say he shout. I can't shout it. He says, we Brits will mix it up with anybody. I'm sorry, that's a terrible Cockney accent. He yells, bring them on, 3 times, and then he's asked about getting physical in the main and says that he's got no problem doing that. And then this is the one where you notice it the most. You have to see Cole lean in after and say to him, like, say your line. And then he says, I've got one thing left to say tonight. It's gonna be emotional! Which gets a pop for reasons. I don't like this because it doesn't work in the context. It's gonna be emotional! What is? What is going to be emotional? This line is from the end of Snatch, isn't it? Which is a great film. Really enjoyed that one. One more thing, says Vinnie Jones' character, whose name escapes me. It's been emotional. That's what is said. It's been emotional. That's what is said at the end of the film, right? In context here, it's going to be emotional. What is? The main event? The pints after we go out after the show? What is? It's fucking stupid. Next, Sable and Christian, speaking of stupid, defeating Marc, Mero and Jacqueline in a terrible match. Even King asked why Christian's in this match. It's a rematch from SummerSlam with Christian taking Edge's place, I suppose. Mero lost to Dwayne Gill, aka Gilbert, on Raw last week, and after saying that if he doesn't win, he quits. He then lost when the Blue Meanie interfered. But he's not quitting. Why the fuck is he here? Legitimately, this is Mero's last match ever, right? But I just don't understand why they would do this. Why they would say, right, I quit, but he's going to wrestle this one as well. I don't get it. Anyway, Blue Meanie made his debut in that one. Yay. Jackie attacks me. Of all the people signed from ECW, why Meanie? I don't get that one. Jackie attacks Mero before the bell. Sable somehow managed to look older, than she did at the Survivor Series. Weird. In a hilarious spot, Mero is depanted. Jackie won't tag in because, of course, she's got heat now with Mero. So gets beat. Mero gets beat. He's a horrible Sable bomb. Mero fucks off so Sable can lay in some more awful punches on Jackie and hit a piss poor looking TKO for the win at 4:49. But more. There's way more after this one because Jacqueline attacks the ref, who hoists her up onto his shoulders for reasons, and Sable comes on from behind, pulls her top down so we see boobs. Fucking yes. And all the teenage boys in the audience go absolutely ape shit. It's fucking yes. Or not, because I don't care. It's legitimately Mero's last ever WWF match, and it wasn't very good, I'm afraid. But we did get to see some titties. If you like big fake silicone titties, this was for you. If not, like me, tits. Whee! Ken Shamrock defeated Steve Blackman in a nothing match to retain the Intercontinental Championship. I wrote on my notes, this has to be good. And then the next thing I wrote was, there is literally nothing to this one whatsoever. I have nothing to say. That's how good it was. Blackman dropkicks the boss man, who's out with Shamrock, who whacks him in the ankle with his nightstick. Ken puts an ankle lock for the win. I'm nice, I will go half the star, because at least something had been done to the ankle before the ankle lock happened. But that's it. This is garbage. In the back, The Rock cuts a stunner of a promo, ripping lines from Hogan, Austin, Flair, and Brett before he's doing his own line. This is brilliant. I'm sorry I'm not going into very much detail. There really isn't anything to say about these matches. They're classic Attitude Era. It's punching and kicking with the occasional move thrown in and no noise from the crowd. It's one of those crazy things that it's like, you know, I'm the first person to admit best time wrestling Attitude Era. But you're looking back and going, this is crap, you know? Triple H defeating Jeff Jarrett in an alright match as far as I've written the stars down, haven't I? Yeah, two-star match this one. So, holy fuck, does China look different? You remember that Triple H has been out with his knee injury? She's had at least one facial surgery and she has now massive fake titties. After some back and forth, Jeff Jarrett gets an arm DDT and then he drapes Hunter over the ropes. So Deborah, who of course is out with Jeff Jarrett, can lay in some shit punches. Deborah's hair looks so fucking weird. I can't describe it, how weird it looks, but it looks like she's trying to go for 2 hairstyles at once. She does it again, the punches that is, so China chases her off. Main event Sleeper does its job, killing the previously hot crowd, or okay crowd, sorry. Hunter comes out with the knees and punches. We get a great little moment as Jeff Jarrett tries to counter a pedigree into a catapult, but then Triple H puts the brakes on, grabs onto the top rope, and no. He counters the counter, shall we say. Deborah tries to use her womanly ways on Helmsley, while Jeff Jarrett brings in a chair, but China stops him, and a pedigree gets a popular win. Are we allergic to clean finishes tonight? I've got written on my notes. Not a good match by any stretch of the imagination. It's not great, but it's better than pretty much everything we're going to see tonight. So we'll give it 2 stars because we're nice. In the back, Austin cuts a half-arsed promo. Oh, it's weird. It does not. This is it. Austin sounds like he just does not want to be here or has got some serious jet lag. One of the two. And then D'Lo Brown is in London, going to all the sorry sites, having a laugh, getting recognised by a fan and all that. This is a fun little video, it really is. Next, New Age Outlaws defeating Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown in another nothing match. Really is. So obviously we've gone through the nation breakup and all that jazz, as you know. So I've lost my place now. Fuck. Where's my place? Naturally, the Outlaws are over with us Brits at the start until the bell goes. Oh, you didn't know? Fucking over as you can get. Bell goes, silence. You can't deny Billy Gunn's strength. He press slams D'Lo Brown nicely, but asking Henry for a test of strength is always going to be a bad move, isn't it? It gets a few laughs, if nothing else. We get a bear hug from the big man. Outlaws double team Henry from Mero, but then Dog is your outlaw in peril, including taking a splash from Henry. Gunn drags Dog into the corner so he can make the tag, cleans house, but he eats a power slam from Henry, and then Famouser on Brown. Cover gets 2 as Henry breaks it, and then a truly scary looking pile driver manages to get the win. 10:09. Not bad, but not good either. Hence 1 star. And this is, at this point you start there going, at this point in the pay-per-view, you want to turn it off because it's just a stream of rubbish matches. It's like watching the Survivor Series all over again. You just want to turn it off and go do something else with your time. It's that kind of show. Can the 2 main events save it? That's the thing. So The Rock defeated X-Pac in a good match to retain the WWF Championship. Is there anyone in this building watching this pay-per-view live at home or still watching it to this day going, yeah, X-Pac winning this one? Because I don't think there is. Well, this crowd continue to sit on their hands as they've done all fucking show. Oh my god, I pressed down too far again then. JR does his absolute best work of the night here because he really tries to convince you that X-Pac has a chance to win the big one. Rock tries to bail after Pac had got the upper hand, but Helmsley forces him back to the ring. Rock steals some of JR's beverage, then gets in the ring. We get a chin lock. Helmsley distracts the ref, so Rock naturally goes low and hits a Russian leg sweep for 2. Corporate Elder only gets 2 for Rock as he doesn't cover properly. Went back to the fucking chin lock because Rock, of course, is now a heel. But it gets a Rocky Sox chance. I suppose it does its bloody job as well. Rock Bomb is countered when China goes low, while Hunter distracts the ref. Low blow gets 2 for Pac. Spinning heel kick gets 2 as the crowd starts to come alive. Pac goes up top, hits Croc's body, which Rock rolls through, complete with feet on the ropes like a heely fuck that he is, for 2. This is a contest. Both men really want to win, says JR. And do you reckon there's many wrestlers that go into their matches deliberately wanting to lose? It's one of those, why say that? Ref bump means Hunter can smash the title into Rock's face. Pac rolls over, but the cover only gets 2 for a great near fall. Bronco Buster, as Jim Ross calls it one of the greatest matches he's ever seen. Somehow managed to be missed off all the, there's a compilation of the best title matches ever. Pretty soon this one won't be on it. Hunter lays in some boots on the outside, and we get another bullshit disqualification finish. Man, I was legit enjoying this one so much more than I was expecting to because Jim Ross made you feel, even though you knew in your heart of hearts, surely a match like this, surely the whole point is like, you've got to try and believe that the title's going to change, and Jim Ross did a great job of getting us to that point. But another finish that's just shit. Just a shit finish. This, with a clean finish, this would have been a 3-star match. Because it hasn't gone, I'm going to knock it down to 2.5 stars. There's 34 minutes left of this show as the bell goes at the end, and you're going, right, so how much of that are going to be the actual match? Our main event is Stone Cold Steve Austin defeating Kane, Mankind, and The Undertaker in a decent, actually, main event. Is it decent? I'm sorry, normally I write, so right there I've written Stone Cold Steve Austin defeating Kane, Mankind, and The Undertaker in A, and I'll leave a space, main event, so I can go back and fill in what I thought of the match, yeah? Tonight, I haven't bothered with any of them. I know for a fact there's 2 minus star show matches on this one, and I've completely forgotten to mention, yeah, they're both minus. So it's Tiger Allison and Edge was -1, and Marc, Mero, and Jacqueline versus Sable and Christian was also -1, just in case you wonder. You already know this because you can see down below, can't you? Anyway, yeah, gave the match 2 stars. So, match is no disqualification, no count out. Shane is out first because he's guest ring announcer. Patterson is guest timekeeper. Briscoe is next, he's the guest referee, complete with the referee's a wanker chant, because British fans are great when they think of things like that. Vince is guest commentator. Hardcore champion Big Boss Blackman is meant to be the ref, but instead is the guest enforcer. And then Vinnie Jones is also out. He's the other guest enforcer, but he flattens the Big Boss Man before any of the wrestlers come out. That gets a very, very big pop. And one of those things that I actually legitimately laugh at is guest referee Joe Briscoe gives Vinnie Jones the red card. Ha ha! That's actually quite good. England chant breaks out. 11 minutes have passed for all these entrances, and still no wrestlers have come out. How was that one sound? At the 12-minute mark, 12 minutes in, Mankind finally comes out. So Mankind comes out, Kane comes out, they start brawling as I spot a Mo Chatra sign in the crowd. Mo Chatra writes for who used to write for Power Slong. That made me chuckle. Undertaker's ministry music here is absolutely fucking brilliant. It's just, you just sit and watch it going, oh, that was good. And I sat watching it going, I wonder if this music could work as a ringtone for someone, you know? Austin's pop is enormous, as you can probably imagine. Taker and Austin brawl on the ramp as Kane hits his flying clothesline, and then that's it for moves for some time, as it just turns into a fuck ton, as I call it, of brawling. Taker gets 2 off a leg drop, and then we go back to brawling, and yet more brawling. Some brawling at ringside, and then I've got written in capitals, if you like brawling, you will love this match. Vince says that the fans are loving it as the brawl goes on in silence. How's that one sound? Ooh, a move as Taker goes for old school, but Kane stops him, that's silly. I don't think Vince can help himself on commentary here. His commentary is sort of, it goes to the old school Vince McMahon voice, and I absolutely love that. Jump cut, because my laptop ran out of battery because I'm a moron. So, where were we? Mandible claw for Austin, and then some brawling. So much brawling. Mick brings a chair in and uses it to the back of Kane, but then it's a massive chair shot from Taker. Austin stupidly covers, so Briscoe counts slowly. Finishes central as we take a stunner. As we get a stunner, but Briscoe asks Patterson what time it is, so he doesn't can't get the cover. Austin attacks Briscoe, chokes on for Austin, 1 for Kane, but there's no ref. Hebner out, but he gets 2. Tombstone by Kane is counted into a stunner for the win at 16 minutes and 12 seconds. Briscoe eats a monster stunner as Vinnie Jones comes out. Stunner for Bossman, and Earl gets rid of him with boots. Vinnie claps and sips a beer, while Austin celebrates with Earl. Like, Earl was the one on the top rope with beers. Vinnie Jones says, oh, yes, beer, yes. It's so fucking funny. Match was your generic Attitude Era main event. If you like that sort of thing, if you like the brawling and the weapons and not actually any wrestling or psychology or storytelling at all, then you'll love it. I don't, so I didn't. But with that said, Vince's commentary is brilliant, and they were good at what they did. It wasn't like it was a bad match per se, and the crowd were hot for this one, so that's what counts. They were hot for the finish, I should say. There are so many, what's to say about this pay-per-view, man? There are so many screw finishes with just that one match that hasn't gone, which is the tag title match. Crowd are just not interested in the majority of the show. Enjoy the top 2 matches, and at the end of the day, the men in those matches are the ones that we paid to see. Rock, Austin, Undertaker, Kane, Mankind. They're the ones that we wanted to see. But you can't help thinking that this show just feels like a massive fuck you to the UK. It reminds me, this show, right, I'm going to leave it with, it reminds me of being at Interaction 2002. Do you remember that review I did, the closer one? Being there live felt amazing. Watching it back on DVD going, this show was shit. Why did I like this one? This was one of those ones. I bet if you were there live in the crowd on this night, it was fantastic. And tell me, if you were in the crowd that night, please let us know down in the comments. But I reckon watching this one back, anyone watching this one back hated it. It was awful. Absolutely terrible pay-per-view. 1.5, because I must have been in a very good mood. I'm going to say 1, actually. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, Rock Bottom 1998. I'll do that in a couple of weeks' time. I've been Mark P. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit it for me, please. I'd really appreciate that. Hit it with the like button. Leave me a lovely comment down below. Check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Facebook. I apologise if this video hasn't been up to my standard. Like I say, I feel very, very ill today. And yeah, I've been Mark P. Take it easy, guys.